Hi friends, welcome to Dough and Discipline. Today is our collab day and we're going to kick it off with Treasure Island Scavenger Hunt. As you guys know, I'm a rookie at this game, but we're having tons of fun. So let's get started. First, we're going to do our money count to see how much money we're working with today. I'm not sure how much money we'll actually spend, but for our collabs in total, we have 20, 30, 5, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got $75 set aside for our collabs / specialty Shark Week envelope. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. For my subscribers, thank you guys for coming back time and time again. I greatly appreciate what you do. You are valued and I enjoy talking to you guys in the comments. So make sure to drop one. Now, I'm going to use my Ursula dice from Eva over at Budget Your Life as my marker piece. All right, to catch you guys up, all of my doubloons have been marked off. That means that I have been able to decipher all of the clues and I am currently in possession of all of the additional challenges that we're going to play in August. So right now, we're going to do game board play in addition to the games that came, such as our D3, 4, 6, 8, and 12 rolls, along with our crossword puzzle, okay? Now, how we're going to do this, I play a little bit different. I am not a captain. I'm kind of like in the mid, so it just depends. So when it's time for me to walk the plank, I don't use change. I will simply roll a D6 or a D3 and use dollars for that. Anytime I land on a doubloon, since it's already crossed out, I will either do a stretch off on a pirate challenge, or I might do something like simply pay the bank $1, something like that. So we'll just have to see. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, so we're going to start off with 3. 1, 2, 3. And we have a compass. Look ye toward the starboard side. Roll a D8 and add to ye treasure chests. All right, so we're going to roll a D8 to get us started. And I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. All right, and so we're going to get started with $7, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply move the money to the front. 5, 6, 7. All right, 2. I'm not sure why my dice not lighting up. 1, 2. So we're going to do some gameplay. All right, and so we're going to go ahead and knock some of these off. Let's see. We got D3s, D6s. I'm going to knock some of these D3s off, guys. All right, let's go. 1. 1. 3. All right, we're up to 5. 1, 6. Last row, last one on the row, first row. 3. All right, so we cleared that row and we're going to pay it $9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a 10, place it up front, take a 1, and place it to the back. So I just want to move this along a little further for my gameplay. All right. We have 1. And so it's a blue pirate flag. Let's see what that is. All right, guys. It says, Hoist the colors. Add $1 if ye be a matey or $5 if ye be a captain to your treasure chest. All right, I don't know if I'm a matey or a captain, but I'm going to go ahead and add that 5. I'm going to make it rain on Treasure Island today, guys. All right, the 5 has been added. All right, next up, we got another one. It's gameplay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do D4. Let me grab my D4 really quickly. All right, we got a 3. So let's add our 3 to the bank. 1, 2, 3. All right, come on, die. We need big numbers, big numbers. What? Oh, that sucks. All right, 1, and we are walking the plank. So in order to walk the plank, I'm going to go ahead and roll a D1, D2 to decide how much I'm going to pay to walk the plank. And we're paying $1 to walk the plank. All right. All right, we got a 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're back to some gameplay. And again, we're working on these D4s now. So let's go ahead and get this party jumping. All right, we got a 4. All right, so we're going to put a 5 up front and take a 1 and put it to the back. All right, guys, let's go. 3. 1, 2, 3. And we got a pirate, skull on the hat. Ahoy! Ye eye patch was stolen. Add $10 or roll a D4 and add it to your chest. I'm not adding no $10. Is you crazy? All right, so I'm gonna do this D4 and let's see what we get. All right, we got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're adding $4 to our chest. All right, so again, we're trying to do one full row around the board, guys, okay? All right, 2. 1, 2. Now, what is this parrot talking about? Polly wants a cracker. Roll ye D10, add to treasure for Polly's snacks. Polly, looks like you want a cracker. Talking about a D10. You better get out of here with that foolishness. All right, let's see if I got a D10. I think this is a D10. Wait a minute. That's a 6. No, that's an 8. Where's my 10? Hold on, guys. That's a 12. All right, guys, I'm gonna roll this 12. We're gonna make it do what it do. All right, and we got a 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, come on, come on, take us home. 1, we got another gameplay. All right, so we're gonna do a D4. And we got 2. One, 2. All right, guys. Come on, look. 1. This is I'm about to switch dice. I'm going to switch dice because I don't know what's going on over here. All right, another D4. All right, we got 3. And that is the last D4. So we've cleared that row now. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm about to switch this dice because it's not doing what it needs to do. Oh, hold on, guys. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy in here. 2. 1, 2. We got an anchor. I don't remember seeing an anchor. All right. Up to the crow's nest with ye. Take $5 from quarter 2 and put it in quarter 3 savings. Well, sir, I did not play in quarter 2. So I don't know what you want me to do. $5. I don't know about that, guys. No. All right, so what I'm going to do is, since I didn't play for that quarter, I'm going to roll a D4 and, of course, $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might as well pay the 5, right? All right. 2. 1, 2. Walking the plank. And I'm going to pay $1. And last but not least, let me get on out of here. And we're going to end on a 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, that's going to conclude our board gameplay at this time, okay? And so when we start next time, we will start, well, no, when we start next time, we start at the very beginning. That's how I like to do it. All right, so let's see how much money we got just off of the game board play. Let me get it in order. Hold on just a second. All right, I think it's in order. 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $49. That is insane. Insane in the membrane. All right, so we got the gameplay over with. However, we're going to shift. Remember, I am using Pirate Stratch Off challenges to supplement so that I can get a little bit more money, save a little more. And even though I'm complaining, I still like to save a little more. All right, so let's go ahead and stretch. And this comes from Pirates, Mint Dough Co., one of my favorite shops, Maribel. And we're going to pay $6. All right, so once I add my $6, then we're going to count how much money we've saved all together from 2 gameplays. Hold on, guys. I got to do a little surgery because I don't like this like little leftover stuff. All right. All right, $6. All right, we're going to use our game board. Put it back in the spot. All right, so we got $6 that we're going to add. And then I'm going to pull the money that I already had. All right, so far with Treasure Island Scavenger Hunt for 2 gameplays, we have saved 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A total of $85. $85. All right, guys, it's time to transition. So just give me a second and we're going to head to our specialty envelope because it's Shark Week time. All right, friends, we're back and it's time for us to get to work on our Shark Week specialty envelope. And so what we're doing is for Shark Week, leading up to Shark Week, we are completing challenges. Again, having some fun to save some money for our family. All right, so I've got some lovely actual shark dice from Eva at Budget Your Life. So we're going to use some Razzle Dazzle dice today. We may use our LED dice as well. I'm unsure. What I'd like to do is knock out 2 rounds of Shut the Shark Fin. Now, we're not working with much money today because you guys already know Treasure Island took my money. So right now we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. $20. Now, if push comes to shove, I got a little secret reserve in the back that I can pull from. So we just have to see. We're going to make it work. So again, I want to do 2 rounds of Shut the Shark Fin today. All right. Let's have some fun, guys. All right. So we have 4. We have 9. So I'm going to go ahead so that we don't have to pay this 5 and knock out this 8. And this 1. Oh my, no. It is impossible, guys. We have a 4. Shut the front door. What am I going to do? Oh my goodness. All right, I could do this the low value way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I could save $6. If I did the high value way, 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9, get out of here, $32. The devil is a lie. We're going to do this the low value way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pay $6. I need to get my light up dice back because these shark dice, I'm going to have to get Eva to rework them or something. Let's switch, guys. I'm going to talk to... Okay, guys, I'm silly, but listen. If you guys ever saw Thor, right? You know how Thor and Thor Daddy talk to the hammer? So we're going to talk to these dice because they got to do better. Dice, if you can hear me. I need you to shut this shark fin, but I don't need you to take all my money and have me broke. If you hear me, please comply. All right, let's go, guys. All right, we got 4. I'm scared. I don't trust myself. I don't even trust myself at this point. I really don't. Because, see, the first round had me too confident. It had me too confident. And now it's trying to tempt me to cheat. All right, 10. What I'm going to do. All right. See, I don't really want to mess with that 1, y'all. All right, I'm going to do 8 and 2. I never knew that Shut the Shark Fin could test my confidence. All right, 7. Lord, I should have got rid of that 5. All right, 6. Okay. 5 be gone. Be gone, 5. All right, we got 6, 3, and 9. All right, got 9. Should I do the 6 and 3 or the 9? I mean, it really don't matter at this point. I don't think. $10. All right, we out. So we got 6 and 3. Am I gonna pay the 9? I think I am going to pay the 9 only because, you know, I took the easy way out last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all right. So I paid the $9. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got $5 in reserve. And we still got stuff to do. All right, we're going to go to Amity Island, guys. All right, so Amity Island, just like Shut the Shark Fin, comes from Eva at Budget Your Life, okay? All right, so for Amity Island, we need a D6 and a D8. So let me grab my dice real quick. All right, guys, I got my D8 and my D6, and I would like to do, we did 4 last time, maybe 4 again this time. And like I said, I can pull from my reserves if I need to. We just gonna have to make it do what it do. All right, so we got 8, and then we got 5. That's 1. All right, we got 8 again and 5. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so we have 1 and 1. Somebody looking out for us today. All right, 2 more times. We have 8 and 2. 8 and 2. All right, that's our last $3. We're going to go again. All right, we have 2. Sorry, guys. We got 2 and 3. All right, that's $2. I'm going to pull $2 from the reserve. I'm going to go ahead and start putting it in my calculator. All right, so we're done with Amity Island. I'm going to move on because I'm going to do a couple other things, okay? Not that much, but we're going to make it do what it do. All right, so now we're going to do our shark stretch off. This comes to us from Save with Tiffany, and it says charcuterie board. That's how you say it, right? So we already did 1, so we're just going to pick a random one. All right, so this is a 4. All right, quick cleanup. All right, moving on. I'm going to do my own challenge, the Great White Couch. This is free on my Ko-fi. And basically, you know, the sharks in therapy because fish are friends. And so we'll go ahead and, should I just do 1? Because y'all, I really don't have no money. Because today has been, ooh, let me do this 1 and stop playing around. All right, the last thing we're going to do is, I found this cute one from Lifted Up and Living. Do I have anything in my teeth? And so, of course, we're going to do this low value. And I'm going to do, should I do these $1 each? Or like, I might do these like 50 cents each. All right, I'm going to do these 50 cents each. And I'm going to do 4 for $2. All right. Let me see. Can I use this to color? I don't know. Guess I'm about to find out. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. All right, 1. I need to give me some little click markers, but I'm cheap, y'all. See, I want to spend money on the stuff I want to spend money on. But the stuff that really don't matter to me, your girl not about to spend no money on it. Are y'all like that? Like if it's something that's like important to you, yeah, you will spend money on it. But if it's not, cheap route. All right, almost, guys. My coloring is not taking too long. And I'm not going to speed it up. All right. All right, guys. So I gotta go on my little my reserve and get out $9 because we was broke today. So I'm gonna get out a 10 and then I'm gonna take a 1 back from them. All right, so again, just as a recap, both of the games that I played today, Shut the Shark Fin and Amity Island, comes to us from our good friend Eva over at Budget Your Life. The games can be found over at budgetyourlife.com. Now I am going to count the money that we saved today, in addition to pulling the money that we've saved during the previous time. Just like Treasure Island, we've only played this twice. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Today, we have saved $29 in our Shark Week specialty envelope. All right, so let me pull the other money from the envelope to see how much we have saved. All together. All right, I hope that's not glaring, guys. Give me just a second. All right, all together, 2 rounds in our Shark Week envelope, and we have saved a total of 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $58. $58. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out here with me today. It's been a blast. Make sure that you guys are being disciplined about your dough. I hope that your savings journey is going absolutely fantastic. Any tips that I have for you, the only thing I can say is make sure you do your necessities first. Make sure your 4 walls are covered before you start your savings journey. Okay, so once we need our 4 walls, I would then advise you to make a plan. Write it down. Figure out how you want this money to go. Okay, so you're going to make a plan, have a vision. You're going to talk about it. You're going to write it down so it can come into existence. And then you're going to seek your heart and find out, what is your why? Why is this important to you? Why do you want to save this money? And whatever your why is, it's going to serve as some jumper cables to jump you into motion to start saving. Okay. And so if you ask me, my why is quite simple. My why consists of the 3 most important men in my life. And that is my husband of over 2 decades, my 2 boys who are 6 and 12. They are my why. I want to be able to live a wonderful life with them that is stress-free, where we don't have to worry about financial decisions. I want to make sure that when a storm or the rain comes, we are prepared. I also want to make sure that they live their best lives, and they do. Thanks for hanging out, friends. Remember to be disciplined about your dough. I'm getting my prop money ready so that once I hit 100, I can start bank dropping. Peace.